chances are if you're watching this video, you got this question wrong, which this is a really tricky question. You have to read the graph very carefully. The most important thing is when you read the graph, you have to make sure that you read very carefully what the x-axis is measuring and then also what the y-axis is measuring. And you've got to make sure you read the graph in more than one place at a time. So like if we look at letter A, it says the car lost about 1/2 of its values. That means the y values got cut in half every 3 years. Okay, so let's take a look. Here's 0 years, and the value at that point in time is around 12. Okay, so we went for really about $12,000, right? So now we go to 3 years later, and the value of the car is at about $6,000. So for that first part of the graph, that statement is true. The car did lose about 1/2 of its value in those 3 years. But now if we go to the next 3 years, let's say from 3 to 6, now that value there is about $4,500 or $4,500. Well, if we had lost half of the value, we should be down to 3, right? Because 3 is half of 6. So from here to here, from years 3 to year 6, the car didn't lose half of its value in those 3 years. Therefore, letter A is false for all parts of the graph. So we would put a false there. And then you would want to make sure that you continue with that in that same fashion for the rest of the answer choices. If you're looking at letter B, it says the car lost about 1/4. Remember, 1/4 means that it lost about 1/4 of its value every year. So you'll want to make sure you're comparing, again, just every year instead of 3 years like in letter A, and you're looking at it to see if it lost about 1/4 of its value.